Welcome everybody to the Sports Culture, all things sports. It's Jay Banfo, and we got to talk about Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. But before we get into that, like, comment, share, subscribe, and thanks for your support. So Shedeur Sanders made his second career start on Sunday versus the San Francisco 49ers. Shedeur and the Browns meant to keep the momentum going as they won last week versus the Raiders. Unfortunately, they ended up losing 26-8. Now, the good news is Shedeur played another okay game by going 16 for 25 for 149 yards, a touchdown pass, and no turnovers. Also, it was already announced that Shedeur will be starting again next week versus the Tennessee Titans. Now, for most of the game, the Browns were very much in it as the score was 10-8 at halftime. But there were a lot of self-inflicted wounds that cost the Browns the game. Now, I want to talk about the game plan for the Browns versus the 49ers. We all know the Browns have a great defense and a really good run game with Quinshon Judkins. So it wasn't a surprise to see them depend on that. They basically had Shedeur game managed and put him in position not to make mistakes. Now, do I believe this is the best way to develop Shedeur moving forward? Actually, yes, I do. Shedeur was a fifth-round pick who, in the coach's eyes, wasn't in their game plan to even start this season. So, in order for this thing to work, you have to depend mostly on the run game on offense and rely on the defense to just do their job. So, Shedeur was sacked 3 times, but that mostly came because they were forced to throw the ball, being down double digits. His pocket presence continued to improve as he's been stepping up in the pocket and not drifting back so much. At this point in the season, you just want to see continued improvement from Shedeur, and I think he's been doing that so far. Now, I do got to be honest. I'm not fully prepared to say Shedeur is a franchise-type quarterback. Like I've said, in his first 2 starts, he's been okay, but he hasn't done anything spectacular. And if you want to blame the coaches for being too conservative with him, fine, I'll give you that. But Shedeur, at this point in his career, has to keep improving if he wants the Browns to not go get another quarterback in next year's NFL draft. Now, with that being said, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.